the moving rocks of Death Valley. In the heart of Death Valley National Park, there is a strange and mysterious place called Racetrack Playa. This dry lake bed is home to a phenomenon known as the sailing stones. These rocks, which can weigh up to hundreds of pounds, move across the playa seemingly without any external force. The sailing stones are not always found in the same location. They seem to move around the playa, sometimes leaving their tracks behind and sometimes not. The stones often leave very straight tracks, suggesting that they are being moved by a very steady force. The stones can move in any direction, even uphill. The sailing stones have been known to move as far as 1,500 feet in a single night. How do they do it? For decades, scientists have been baffled by the mystery of the sailing stones. Some have theorized that they are moved by strong winds, while others have suggested that they are the work of aliens. However, the most likely explanation is that the stones are moved by thin sheets of ice that form on the playa during the winter. As the ice melts, it creates a thin film of water that can slide across the playa. The stones, which are often rough on the bottom, become trapped in this film of water and are then dragged along by the wind. Amazing, isn't it? To understand this phenomenon, two scientists, Richard Norris and Donald Prothero, in 2014, they conducted a series of experiments that showed how the sailing stones could be moved by thin sheets of ice. They created a small pond on Racetrack Playa and then allowed it to freeze overnight. The next day, they used a fan to blow across the pond, and they watched as the ice sheets began to move. The stones that were trapped in the ice sheets were also moved along by the wind. This experiment showed that the sailing stones could be moved by very light winds, even winds that were too weak to move the stones on their own. The ice sheets acted as a lubricant, allowing the stones to slide across the playa with very little resistance. They were able to capture the movement of the stones for the first time using time-lapse photography. The results of their experiments confirmed that the stones are indeed moved by thin sheets of ice. The sailing stones are a truly amazing phenomenon, and we are still learning about how they work. However, thanks to the work of Richard Norris and Donald Prothero, we now have a much better understanding of this mysterious natural phenomenon. So, the next time you're in Death Valley, be sure to visit Racetrack Playa and see the sailing stones for yourself. You may just be the first person to ever witness them in motion.